What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the TB Toycast YouTube channel, as today we are unboxing the brand new Hasttel toy, Grapplers and Gimmicks, Macho Man Randy Savage in ring gear, because as we know, there are two versions of this. This is, of course, his look from WrestleMania 8, and man, what a great figure. Macho Man, obviously, no shortage of wrestling figures over the years, from the LJN all the way through Hasbro, and then of course, WCW had some Macho Man figures, and then, of course, Mattel, most recently releasing a ton of Macho Man figures. Mattel not having the license anymore, now all the third-party companies are getting them. Of course, Hasttel Toys has done two versions of this Macho Man, and also two versions of WrestleMania 10 Macho Man, and I think there's more to come. Zombie Sailor over there has several Macho Mans in the works, and then, of course, Figure Collections has done some Macho Man, and, of course, all the big rubber guys Macho Man. Lots of Macho Man happening. You know what, though? Bring it on. I love it. I'm a huge Macho Man fan, and this is the only Hasttel toy version that I have. The other versions I passed on at the time, but I do regret that. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. They are available on his website, HasttelToy.com. I just was like, I don't know if I need both versions, but now that I think about it, I'm like, I think I kind of do. It is Macho Man after all, right? What an amazing card. I mean, just like an old school WWF Hasbro. We got the Grapplers and Gimmicks logo. We got Macho Man there. Amazing artwork. And then, of course, real vintage style figure with elbow smash. Of course, not real actions on these, but honestly, we don't need those. Macho Man Randy Savage. But yeah, really, really cool. Look at the detail there. I mean, this is not something, too, that we were getting with the original Hasbro, is all the detail. And Mitch and his team has really done a good job of making that work. Oh, man, look at that. Absolutely incredible. I always love the gold. Of course, we got Hasttel Toy, made in China there on the boots. On the back, we got the roster. He doesn't put a lot of guys on the roster. British Bulldog 97, Coco Ware, or Coco Beware, as we know, Downtown Bruno, a.k.a. Harvey Whippleman, and Macho Man Randy Savage, and, of course, the original artwork there. Really cool. HastelToy.com, GrapplersandGimmicks.com, and everybody involved in making this product. And they do a great job, of course. And QR code if you need help there. I love that the package, the back of it is black and white, just like the original Hasbro's. Really thick cards, too. Like, I really enjoy that. Really quality product. Mitch and his team spare no expense, and it really shows. I mean, these things are absolutely top-notch. So, so good. But, you know, I've said it before, I think Mitch is ruling the retro world right now. I feel like his line is probably the best, is for my money anyway. I mean, with likes of Men on a Mission, the Quebecers, Duke the Dumpster Drosy, and so many more to come. I think he just teased Damien Demento as I record this today. So, not one that was on my radar, but I'm like, oh man, that's a must-buy, 100%. Jake the Snake Roberts is coming, and so many more. The line just keeps getting better and better over there. Of course, I've unboxed Sensational Sherry here on the channel, and Kurt Fuller right here on the channel. So, a lot more Grapplers and Gimmicks to come. I just got a box of 6 figures from him just the other day. T.L. Hopper, Lord Alfred Hayes, Sean Mooney, Harvey Whippleman, who we just saw in the back there, Coco Beware, and Waylon Mercy. Those will all be coming up sooner rather than later. In fact, I want to unbox all of them, you know, right at once, but I'm trying to spread it out to make as much content as possible. But yeah, this line is absolutely top-notch, and like I said, I do regret not buying all versions of Macho Man, so that might have to be rectified sooner rather than later, but man, absolutely excellent. Just an excellent, excellent figure. Let's open it up. Of course, very, very tight on the bubble, or on the carding, rather, the bubble is, which is great, because, you know, you want these things to make it in shipping. You don't want this to get messed up or anything like that, and we have been seeing that with some other lines, which is unfortunate. It is what it is, though. I am a loose collector. I do like to unbox, though, so it's one of those weird catch-22s. Wow, look at that. Excellent, excellent stuff. Stand him up. Of course, he stands up excellently, which I like. I hate when the figures tumble over or something. I like that they have good weight and good balance to them. Very, very nice. Very, very cool. Of course, we got articulation at the waist. Look at the detail there. Wow, that is absolutely excellent. He could have cheapened out and not put it on the back, but that's not what Mitch does over there at Hasttel Toy. He makes sure it's as good as it possibly can be. Of course, we got the tassels. Not a ton of articulation on the retro-style figures, but it's exactly like it needs to be. Very, very cool. But, you know, I was talking about, packaging. You know, some companies have had, I'm going to zoom this camera in a little bit. Some companies have had issues with that. And here's how I look at it. Like, I don't necessarily, it doesn't bother me if the packaging is a little messed up, but at the same time, I don't want it to be destroyed, right? Because I'm unboxing it, but I don't want it to look bad. Even before I did this channel, you still want it to look somewhat decent. A little nick here or there is probably not a big deal, but, it's just one of those things. It is what it is, but not much more you can say about this Macho Man figure other than it's excellent. It is absolutely top tier, and I feel like with Mitch over there at Hasttel Toy, the best is yet to come. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more awesome figures down the road. I know the Mutations line is going to be coming up very soon, which that might be a deep cut for some people. That might not be everybody's cup of tea to get, mutated figures of the Godwins or of, who else has he shown off, of the British Bulldog. But I think that's kind of fun. It kind of is different. It's not maybe the typical thing, but a lot of toy lines do sometimes do things that are a little bit different, and I think that that's cool. So this Macho Man figure is absolutely just top-notch. I can't say enough good things about it. And all the figures that Mitch has been doing over there at Hasttel Toy. Who are some guys you would like to see him sign? That's another question. Leave those in the comments down below. Or guys you feel like he could do that maybe he hasn't announced yet. One I would love to see him sign that hasn't been announced would be the Goon. Loved the Goon back in the days of the WWF. I don't know if that's available, because I do know they did a Goon Elite a while back. But that's the only one they did. And there hasn't been any mention of any other deal since then. So I would like to see that one happen. I think that would be great. Some other ones I would love to see happen, since he's got Al Snow signed, because he's doing Al Snow, and he's doing, a Leaf Cassidy version of Al Snow, like when he was in the New Rockers. I would love to see Avatar, and I would love to see Shinobi. I think Shinobi only made like 2 or 3 appearances, but I think that's all right. Give us Shinobi. And Avatar would be excellent. That would be such a fun figure. Right? Again, not characters that lasted very long in the WWF at the time, but they would be awesome as action figures. And to me, that's what it's about, right? And of course, Mitch over there is teaming up with good friend of this channel and of the podcast, Rush Collectibles, to do Return of the Living Dead retros. What do you guys think about that? I've actually been watching Return of the Living Dead. I have not seen it in a long time. In fact, watching it, I was like, oh man, it's like watching it all over again. But those will be coming up sooner rather than later. They teased that around the start of 2025. Is that something you're diving into? Maybe it's not for everybody, but I think it's really cool. And I think more than anything, when you see stuff like that, it shows what could eventually happen. Like, if they get a movie license and this does well, who knows what the future will hold. More movie licenses, maybe TV show licenses, things like that, beyond just wrestling. And I know we all love the wrestling, but it's cool to get different stuff, too. It's cool to have different types of figures and things like that for the collection. And maybe it's not something you feel like you need, but to me, I think it's really, really cool. This Macho Man is absolutely excellent, and like I said, I really regret not buying the one in his gear, not his gear, but his entrance gear. So he had the jacket, the glasses, the hat on. So you have basically, in-ring Macho and entrance Macho. And what's funny about that is I so wanted that as a kid, because I thought it would have been amazing to have him walk to the ring, in the hat, the jacket, the whole deal. Because at the time, soft goods didn't really compute. Like, I never would assume that would have happened. But walk to the ring, and then all of a sudden, now you have ring-ready Macho, match-ready Macho. And that would have to me, been super, super cool. And obviously, that's something Mitch is doing, right? And he's also, I think, teased like a USA gear Macho Man as well. So I assume we'll see plenty of Macho Man figures, because Macho is one of those guys who had so many different looks that it would be wise with these toy companies to try to get the most out of it. And why not? I think it's great. So definitely a fun figure. And I believe you can actually still pick this one up over at HasttelToy.com. I'll put a little picture of the website. And like I said, I know you can get the entrance gear as well. I'm almost positive. So if you're looking to add this to the collection, which I would highly recommend because it's an amazing figure, check out HasttelToy.com or check out at HasttelToy on Instagram. Give Mitch a follow. He's always putting up new information. He's doing live videos, teasers, all kinds of good stuff to kind of show you what's coming up in the line. But of course, if you guys enjoy this YouTube channel, make sure to check out my previous videos. Over the last week or so, I've released videos for the Feralist Stalker from the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom line. I recently did Commando Spawn, the retro version from the Retro Spawn line, which was a lot of fun. How about Count Dracula from Operation Monster Force? That was a really cool unboxing, and a line I definitely want to dive a little bit deeper into. As well as Santa Batman from the DC Multiverse line over there from McFarlane Toys. And so many fun figures. Also, IRS. I did IRS. From the Mattel Legends line. I would love for a company to be able to get the rights to do IRS as a retro, because he needs a new retro. His original one was excellent, but I would love to see an updated version. I think that would be a lot of fun. So check out all my YouTube videos. I've got a pretty good collection now. And check out the TB Toycast podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. We have a different main event each week as we talk about news and happenings and things that we're finding. So always a lot of fun. And why not check out WWF Hasbro Series 2, which featured the Macho King, which is a similar look to this. Not exact, but pretty close. You can check that out in the archives, plus new episodes drop every single Thursday. And remember, new unboxing videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because apparently I just hate spare time. But I've enjoyed doing these videos. They're absolutely one of the highlights of my week to get set here and unbox these different action figures and talk about them and kind of give you my thoughts and everything like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Of course, the Macho Man, we're going to be seeing a lot more of him on the channel. And who knows, maybe Mattel will regain the license at some point. Zombie Sailor has this. Maybe we'll see a 6-inch Macho Man. Mitch is also doing a 6-inch line. Maybe we'll see a 6-inch Macho Man from him. Who's to say what's going to happen in the future? But one thing I will say, with all these companies and all these people doing wrestling figures, it's good for the fans. It's also bad for our wallets, but it is good for us because there's a lot of stuff available to pick up if we so choose. But thank you guys for checking out the TB Toycast YouTube channel. That's the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. And we will see you in the toy aisle.
Yeah. One more time. It ain't over till I say it's over. So lock the cage up, cause this is a takeover. The wait's over. If this the final time we meet, then you'll be on your back on my feet. Then I'll tip the cage over as a hangover. I'm super fly so I can splash off the top. And I can shut down the shop.